Welcome back to Persona 5 Strikers. Last time we defeated Mariko Kyoto and changed her heart, and it seems like Sapporo is in good hands now. This time, if you look at that request in the top corner, we have the ultimate decision to make. Who do we ride the Ferris wheel of ship teasing with? Will it be with the nerdy kinda person who I actually see more as Joker's sister? Will it be with the guy who is apparently shipped more with Joker on AO3 than Akechi is, and that really surprises me? Will it be with... Oh, you get the idea, I'm not going to do one for everyone. Obviously, though, most people will probably go with Haru for this, since it makes perfect sense. But I'm going to be going with my Joker ship of choice first. Actually, firstly, though, I probably should check to see if it's a 4-leaf clover. Oh, wow! The power of shipping has overridden the 4-leaf clover. It's that kind of night, huh? So, okay, I'm going to go ahead and save, because I will be showing all of these.
Is something the matter? What are you going to do?
Yes, something is the matter. You not being on the Ferris wheel with me right now.
Let's get going.
That's Joker's best attempt at channeling Gary Sue.
Incredible.
Sadly, these are not voiced. But still, it's kind of nice to have moments like this. Part of me wishes that you could kind of carry over a romance from the original game if you had save data. Of course, that would be kind of bad for Joker and Yoshizawa shippers, though. So you can potentially deny it as well, but I'm gonna go with this.
Well,
This is canon to my playthrough. I mean, you probably got, like, the ultimate counter to that. It's like, yeah, your boyfriend, like, literally saved the world. Actually, twice at this point, because, Tactica. And 3 times, but you don't remember, because of Q2.
Oh my. Do you think so?
I mean, she's the most grown-up one of the Phantom Thieves, in my opinion. She's like the mom wrangling everyone.
I was thinking.
Oh yeah, we are technically still under suspicion. It's kind of easy to forget that. So it's not like really super ultra romantic, but it's fine. It's at least better than the Makoto wedding scene in Tactica. Yeah, I kind of have to rant about that now.
So I went to talk to Kyoto, but nothing new came out.
Just before I reset here, why is it that every single one of the girls' imagined weddings is amazing, and then Makoto's is the only one that's terrible? It's just like, ah! Of course I'm gonna go for Haru second.
Good evening.
Because out of the party, that's actually my order of preference, although I still wonder about Hifumi. Like, Hifumi's kind of up there too.
Yes.
And if it weren't for the age gap, Takemi would also be pretty high up on my list of preferred romances for Joker.
Wow.
Oh, once again, oh, what a great view! I've since learned that Sonic still uses random English even in the movies. Dot dot dot.
Thank you.
Oh, okay, phew. I was thinking for a second, and if you get on that one, you die. I mean, be thankful that this city isn't in Persona 2, otherwise, weird things could happen.
Huh?
Yeah, let's just say it was yellow.
Really?
This is an alternate universe, by the way. I do not believe in Harem Joker at all. Just like Xander Mobus doesn't.
I'm so glad.
So that one's pretty nice. Yeah, I can still check this. But going in my order of preference, next would actually be Futaba. Just because, even though I do personally see their relationship as being more like siblings, I am not against shipping them romantically.
What are you gonna do?
And a lot of her romance moments are still pretty nice.
What?
Okay, that reaction's great. Not quite as good as Morag, but still. Yeah, this is actually kind of interesting, because you can actually go with the sibling headcanon here. Oh, do I do this just because I was kind of treating all of them as romantic, though? I guess now I'm going to have to reload this event twice and show both options. Wow. Wow, Futaba. Please please be careful with that fire around all the singles out there.
Well.
Oh, okay, I thought you were like, I'm worried that something really bad is gonna happen, that we're tempting fate. I mean, I have to choose this. I mean, Futaba tends to like weird dialogue options. She didn't really that time, though. And distractions. And choosing this option now.
Why?
Yeah, I had a feeling it would jump to this part. And I'm so sorry, Arm, that you were last on my list after Futaba Romantic and Futaba Platonic. But yeah, I mean, Arm's fine. I don't know, find her romance route in P5 a little bit generic. I don't dislike her as a character, she's just probably the party member that I ship least with Joker.
Whoa, amazing.
And of course, I do still, I mean, I'm not like super diehard Arn and Ryuji, but I kind of am.
Meow.
Oh, unfortunately, Morgana is here. So it's third wheel time. Seems like everyone's saying that.
Whoa.
I'm vaguely curious about you saying you're the third wheel, but I also don't want to go there because then reality would implode. Yeah, and as of Royal, she wants to travel internationally.
Yeah.
Bringing up Alice again. The sad thing is, Alice is not really relevant to the entire rest of the story, and a lot of people wish she was, but I think she was fine as a one-arc character.
Oh, yeah.
But it is nice that we get a little bit more development on that subplot, use Duan's event here.
Huh?
Yeah, that's gonna be a little awkward. Maybe she does subconsciously. Yeah, that one's actually a lot more platonically coded than the others, and I kind of like it. And now, the bros. No, this isn't a valid option. In fact, I believe I actually did this option during my test playthrough.
What are you gonna do?
For real?
Oh well, it adds another for real to the counter.
Yes.
We just need one more person here, and then we would be really cramped. Shame our team's other dude is indisposed right now.
Dude,
I don't know, I was bored.
yeah.
Oh, don't worry, we've already seen the universe where that happens and nothing occurs between you two. Oh, right, we do have another person here. Well, it kind of depends.
Not quite.
Is Ryuji into anyone? Hint, 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 hint on. Or maybe you already have. Oh wait, I believe, yes, you do have this option.
You gotta be shitting me.
That voice clip makes it even better. Oh boy, if she was here, things would be weird. I'm gonna reload and do Makoto's again. I don't think it affects anything, but I'm gonna just do this just in case it does.
So I went to talk to Kyoto, but nothing new came out of it.
And we now return to your regularly scheduled plot, and Zenkichi.
All she explained is that she could control whoever added her as a friend on Emma. Not to worry, I have it with me. Here.
Now that's what I want to see.
Oh, let's look at the mayor's search history.
After reviewing the facts, I've just about confirmed it.
Oh, I don't know if this is true, but I just suddenly got a bit of deja vu and realized I think I might have made that exact same joke in Lady Virgilia's live stream in the chat. I think I made someone a joke about, like, the search history and being like, oh god, look at all these Elsa cosplay tips she's looked up.
Each of these so-called incidents, I think they all stemmed from a mastermind.
No, really? You don't say.
Oh? I'm curious as to why you think so.
Kyoto, Natsume, Alice, all three were changing people's hearts to do bad things. But deep down, none of them were truly evil. At the very least, they're not the same as the rulers who distorted reality for their own sakes and ended up spawning palaces.
So you've noticed the trend in sympathetic villains too, Morgana.
I'd been considering that as well. Before Natsume lost sight of his writing, he was diligently working toward his dreams.
Alice, too. She was doing her very best to be a ray of light and hope for other people.
Okay, this isn't the right time, but I just noticed, I think there's a Featherman poster up in the van.
Mari-san was also striving for the betterment of everyone in Sapporo. Right. They're different from criminal scum like Kamoshida and Madarame, who acted only for their own benefit.
Okay, but how does a handful of not-so-evil monarchs prove there's a mastermind behind all this?
The fact that jails are fundamentally different from palaces provides us a big clue. For starters, jails don't have any treasures for the taking. All we found are people's stolen desires. That means monarchs don't have twisted enough wills to reshape reality and form treasures.
That's honestly true.
Which would mean that jails aren't created by the monarchs themselves. Someone else must be doing the creating.
Our final clue is the locks on all those bird cages. In order to get to the monarch, we've always had to unlock a door that denies us passage. I had thought this was just a security measure designed to protect the monarch and the desires held within. But if that were the case, why would traumatic memories the monarch would rather erase be the key to unlocking it?
Given that these are cognitive worlds, maybe it means monarchs think their trauma will protect them.
I find that rather odd. If anything, I would think it's the other way around.
Correct. What if it is the other way around? Why might a door like that exist?
And here's where things get interesting, both from a full in-universe standpoint and when looking at this as a metaphor. The purpose of these bird cages is not to keep others away from the monarch, it's to keep the monarch trapped in their own trauma. It's to keep them in.
Right. I think so too. What if that door isn't to keep intruders out, but to trap monarchs in?
You mean they're trapped?
I thought the monarchs are the ones in charge.
And here's the thing, whenever we've sent a calling card, they always sounded desperate. They sounded desperate to convince themselves they were in charge.
Think about it. What would happen if a monarch tried leaving their cage?
They'd touch the door, and then hear the voices of their trauma?
Exactly. They'll remember what made them so warped in the first place, and stick to their guns as a monarch.
Again, metaphorically, this perfectly sums up the mindset they're trapped in. They're literally blocked in by their own trauma, and it's just causing their behavior to get more and more toxic, because they literally can't move past it.
And thus, the cycle continues unbroken. The monarchs really are birds in a cage.
From that perspective, the shadows protecting the keys inside the trauma cell hold a far more sinister purpose. They aren't there to prevent the monarch's trauma from being discovered. They're wardens guarding an elaborate system to ensure the monarch's imprisonment.
And considering that they're the people who made the monarchs the way they are, that checks out from a psychological standpoint too.
Let me get this straight. You're basically saying these monarchs are being manipulated, and by virtue of that, there's somebody doing the manipulating.
How's Hyodo-san's smartphone looking?
Nothing wrong with her phone or the Emma installed, but I did find traces of surveillance. Huh, I'll bet it's the same snooper we keep running into, though I'm lost as to who it might be.
So this observer and our mastermind may just be one and the same. Anyone have any guesses?
Our first suspect is Medice, the company in charge of Emma. Since you can't get into jails without Emma, I can't write it off as mere coincidence.
Medice, huh? Too bad we can't just storm their headquarters.
You mean the cops can't actually do that?
Of course not. How could we even put out a warrant on them? By saying they go around turning people into monarchs?
You have a call from Ichinose.
Oh yeah, speaking of people connected to Emma who are really suspicious.
Hi there! Sorry for the relative lapse in communication, but I did turn up some info that I thought you guys might like to know.
Completely new section of the shot of the van though, which is cool. Route 16. Which one is that in Pokemon? Off the top of my head, I'm not sure.
So, I've been looking into Emma all this time, and I still have yet to find any differences between her past and present versions.
Have you tried a compare documents search?
I mean, this is state-of-the-art tech. Not something just anybody could pry open and take a look inside. But then I took a peek at Emma's changelog, and that's where things got interesting.
Oh, I'm really shocked that Medice left the changelog intact.
It seems Emma was transported to Okinawa at some point after I sold her to Medice. Yes, exactly. Why was the first thing that popped into my head. So I dug around some more. And I found that off the coast of Okinawa, on the island of Kokojima, Medice apparently has a research lab. Oddly enough, its existence is unknown to the public, and when I called to ask for records, nothing came up.
Okay, so, potentially Medice is having some legit reasons for the cops to raid them right now, just saying.
Basically, they're running a secret research lab. How crazy is that? So, if Emma's been altered in any way, I would think it had to have been done on that island. Well, guys, wasn't I a super stellar source of information?
Yeah, thank you. You gave us a clear next destination to go in the plot. Without you, this story would have just ended.
You just leave it to me. I've become rather rather fond of investigating, actually. Well, guess it's bye for now, Phantom Thieves. Please regale me with tales of your adventure another time.
So what did Ichinose-san say?
Something something Okinawa, something something secret lab, probably some kind of unethical research going on.
Okinawa?
Crystal clear waters?
No, she did not mention anything about that.
Shisa statues?
Nor that.
Juicy pineapples?
Shinsuko cookies?
Yeah, soba!
Oh, that too! It's that ramen-like thing, yeah?
Except some people are allergic to it and can potentially die.
Guys, can you snap out of it?
There's actually a really good food available in Okinawa that I've been looking forward to for a long time.
If it's an unregistered facility, we could always say we're conducting a field survey. That way we could ensure their cooperation.
Hello, we're a bunch of teenagers and we're all inspectors. Yeah, that'll go well.
We may even find proper evidence that could be used in court. It may be well worth going, but Kukujima is a bit far from the Okinawa mainland. And I guess we'd have to go by plane.
Wait, what about our precious Feathermobile? We've taken it all this way.
Isn't this like the Phantommobile?
That's what you're naming this thing?
Plus, you said it'd be dangerous using public transportation.
Even so, wouldn't it be too complicated to try to reach Okinawa by car?
Well, yeah, we'd need like some kind of a device that turns the car into a boat, which would be cool, but we probably don't have that.
Give me a sec. Hey, what's up? Yeah. Yeah, of course I'm aware, but I also have a job to do, you know?
Who's he talking to?
Why would I lie? I'm being honest, I swear. Of course I remember. The thing is, I'm a little... well... Oh.
You got hung up on.
Okay, guys. Lane's a no-go. We're driving.
Again, we don't have like a boat transformation.
Huh?
You mean we're going all the way to Okinawa by car?
The thing is, I need to make a stop along the way. So we'll be heading to Kyoto first.
And so, Yusuke is interested.
Did you say Kyoto?
Yeah, I primarily work for the Kyoto Police Department. I thought I'd take a moment to catch up, share intel, you know, cop stuff.
Did you ever tell us about that before?
After that, we head to Kobe. We can take a direct ferry to Okinawa from there. That ought to cut down on time.
And, I mean, hopefully the ferry would be less dangerous than anything else. I mean, we don't really know if there's even a jail in that area.
That's still quite a distance, even to Kyoto.
Not to worry. I'll do the driving.
Okay, good. Makoto can finally sleep.
You're tagging along?
Wait, am I to believe that Nijima's been doing all the driving? Okumura, I thought you already had your license.
I do have it. It's just... I don't have much experience behind the wheel. Plus, Haru's driving is not exactly...
If you've got lucky in Mementos in the original Persona 5, you might have seen some hints at this.
Well, in any case, we're taking off immediately.
Oh, also, wait, doesn't she immediately crash the Monomobile when she tries to drive away from you in that whole beauty thief part?
If we're leaving from here, you'll need to take the Hokuriku Expressway. The estimated travel time will be...
The Hokuriku Expressway, does it have to do with the way to the dawn and darkness?
About 21 hours, give or take.
Oh, that would be torture for me.
Gramps is correct.
21 hours? Are you nuts?
Well, Ryuji's me right now.
You forget I'm an officer of the law? We're badass at driving.
What's with him all of a sudden? It's like he lit a fire under his ass.
You might have noticed that he sounded very different than he usually does when he took that phone call. There's a reason for that, and we're about to find out.
Fine by me, so long as I can visit Kyoto at last.
I love how enthusiastic he is, but also just stay away from hot springs there.
There goes Inari, revealing his true colors.
All right then, let's hit the road. I'll get you rascals there in record time.
Isn't that supposed to be pedal to the metal? I think it said medal there, which might be wrong. I had a feeling that we weren't going to get the next Bond level. But yes, we are ready to head out to the next city, but before we do, you might want to take care of your final jobs in
Good evening.
Sapporo. Wow, I forgot the name of the city for a second. Mariko would be ashamed. Yeah, definitely talk to people, because, you will get this.
Thank you.
That said saliva charm for a second to me.
Yo!
It's a wooden bear statue. I mean, maybe you could use it as a mount for one of your Featherman figures. Some kind of feather bear. Well, your name is Cynical Woman, so I would say don't go for office, but I mean, considering stuff, it's unlikely that anyone else would. Oh. Yeah, you still get a very small amount of bond points, even if you don't get the clover. So yeah, pretty sure that is infinitely farmable, though it's very slow. There are much better ways to grind bond points in New Game Plus.
Oh.
Well, at least I can check in with these two. Oh, Futaba, yep, you did that specifically to troll her, didn't you? I'm pretty sure, like, Futaba was like, okay, they're heading towards Makoto. I now text Sophie and say, oh, by the way, make sure you mention the ghosts.
What?
You could do way worse than an hour of running. Yeah, you'd think you'd get a pretty good workout with the jail. And now nobody but this person is standing in front here, and now all of the posters are gone. Yeah, awesome, I guess. We don't really know what's gonna go on with the election at this point.
Indeed.
At least it's not the, you know, last longer drug.
Man.
I mean, I don't like going to pharmacies either because, you know, there's sick people in there. Well, finally, he does get, liberated.
You done? Married at all? Want your you done? Want your that?
Goodbye, bored, non-Scottish Moradanian. I am not going to miss Lamb-chan, just saying.
Hey,
Well, I mean, we already know one, so it'll probably be Zenkichi who lectures us. And that would not end well for him. I wonder about the nope. We're not gonna let him. I mean, maybe. It'll take a while for her to come back, though. Well, okay. Hopefully things go well. I do really want to... oh, by the way, if you haven't got the recipes by now, make sure you get them. I do want to save some money, though, because there are some things to buy once we reach Okinawa. Which we won't be for a little while longer because of reasons.
Okay.
Well done.
Okay, that took me 3 attempts, but I did it. 9 points, though, not 10. It's really inconsistent how many you get from each level up. I guess I could go for that. But I also probably want to go for... I'll take more money.
Let's get to work.
I think that's everything. Let's head out to the next city by car. We've got a life ring here for some reason. And if you look closely, you can see that carved bear. It's kind of near where Yusuke is. How do I have this much lamb? And even more salmon. Now we've got food for the drive ahead. Next
what are you
city.
gonna do?
We're not quite off to Okinawa just yet. Firstly, Kyoto.
would you like me to drive for a while?
Don't worry about me. You just get some sleep. We've still got a long way to go.
Are you sure?
You kids don't need to be worrying over an adult like that. This is nothing for me.
To be fair, you are an excellent driver. The RV tends to shake a lot more when I'm behind the wheel.
Well, it doesn't shake as much as with a certain someone, so we're good.
I may not look it, but I used to patrol in a squad car. Driving's second nature to me at this point. Sure, once you've got a license.
Yeah, let's not tell him we've been driving the motormobile without a license this whole time.
How tough is it, being police?
Well, it sure ain't easy. Oh, right. You're studying to become some police bigwig, aren't you, Nijima?
Yes, but I've only just begun.
Wouldn't really recommend it myself. This job's nothing but hell.
Yeah, that feeling when you ask like someone in the career path you want to do for advice, and their only advice is don't do it.
Your hours are a mess. You get transferred all over the place. Anything goes down at the scene, you get blamed.
Maybe so, but my heart's set on it, no matter how tough it may be. Thank you.
Well, if your heart's set, then do what you gotta do.
And I mean, it is the same career path that Akihiko and Chie are trying to go down, so I would still like to see that spin-off where Makoto ends up teaming up with them.
But as your future senior, I'll share this. The harder you work, the more you wind up putting the people in your life on the back burner. Criminals don't care about your schedule. Tragedies don't care. You'll barely see your own home. Sit on that for a bit. Then decide if the force is right for you.
Well, I am already quite aware. And speaking of, don't you have any family waiting for you at home?
Good question.
I mean, either of these are probably a little insensitive to ask, but this feels slightly less insensitive.
Aw, can it? Just mind your own business. Let's just say you've got to think about yourself before you can worry about anyone else.
Yes, I suppose that's true.
Hmm? What's up now?
You just reminded me of my father, is all. He was an officer, too. Unfortunately, he lost his life on duty.
I see.
He took his job a lot more seriously than you seem to, but when you boil it down, you two are actually quite similar.
You shouldn't diss your father so badly, comparing him to me. Nijima, when you were little, your old man probably wasn't home often either, was he? How'd you feel about that?
Well, in retrospect, I'm very proud. My father was an officer who acted on his beliefs all the way to the end. He taught me that his duty was to keep people from being hurt. It may just be his influence on me, but I think becoming an officer is still an admirable path in life.
If only that were always true. Our ability to help is restrained. The shrewder and more malicious the target, the less we can actually serve them justice. Held back by superiors, held back by the red tape, held back by all sorts of laws. The only thing the police do is obey orders, even when they involve total injustice or an absence of human logic. Basically, the cops I see every day are nothing but a bunch of spineless dogs. And that includes when I'm looking in the mirror.
I was about to say, have you considered therapy? And then I realized that, like, the only therapist who's in, like, the Persona universe is not exactly the best. But yeah, so this is interesting, because Joker has the option to bring this up, and I feel like that's kind of in character.
I've heard about it. I'm impressed you never cracked under it all.
Yeah, please tell me that you specifically hunted down and prosecuted everybody who was responsible for that.
But anyway, that wasn't what I was getting at. I meant, when you were still just a kid, how did you feel about your dad rarely being home, Nijima?
Oh, when I was younger? I did understand that it was part of his job, but I do remember missing him still. But at least I always had my sister with me.
I see. Sorry to bother you with all that. You guys had better get to sleep already.
Why do I get the feeling that you're projecting somewhat, or at least trying to talk about your own issues in a roundabout way without actually talking about them?
If we run into trouble while you're all too tired, I'm the one who'll be in real deep shit.
See you all next time as we enter Kyoto and, perhaps see exactly why Zenkichi was projecting.